What is up, y'all? CLG Lifestyle here, coming at you with a video. CLG Lifestyle is about encouraging you or influencing you to love self. The more you increase in your self-worth and the things that God says you can have and that it's already yours, but because of the things that we go through and have gone through as human beings that have prevented us from accessing a beautiful life or somewhat close to a beautiful life. We have been stuck, myself included, have been stuck in, like paradigms and belief systems and mindsets and thought patterns that were antagonistic or adversarial to who God created his creation to be. So on this platform, like many platforms that are out there right now, that entails self-development and simply just coaching, right? Coaching is basically someone encouraging you to become a better version of yourself. It can be in any area or all areas. Some people are multifaceted in that they can encourage you in the areas of fitness and finance, or finance and relationships, or self-love, So it just depends on where you are in your season and what you need in your current life situation right now. Some people, they don't have any money issues, but they have relational issues, or they have identity issues in terms of worth and value, and maybe taking the next step to in their career. There's business coaching, there's career coaching, so there's all types of coaching that people, I hopefully believe, do with good intentions and a desire to help people be their best self. So that's what we do here at CLG Lifestyle. It's definitely flourishing into an online platform where you can access like articles and think of like a digital magazine, right? So that is the bigger picture of this of the lifestyle brand. And so the beginning stages, we're creating just content, right? Digital content that is relatable, that touches the heart of people, because ultimately that's what you want to do. If you want to attract genuine customers or genuine clients, you want to make people feel like you know them and that they know you. So that is basically what CLG Lifestyle is. And so if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and do so right now. So I just wanted to encourage you, someone right now, give you some insight and encourage you. So some insight is that as you begin to develop and grow and transform into a better, more refined version of yourself, you have to accept that there's going to be debts, quote unquote debts, in your life. So some of you may be familiar with the stages of death, right? You have or grief, right, where you have the step where you're not accepting, where you're angry, where and then at some point you get to acceptance, right? So a lot of the times in the beginning stages of your transformation, you've never really been around people whom you've seen gone through the journey of transformation. We've seen online, right, where people have the end result of their transformation. So we see the glitz and the glamour, and we see the prosperity, quote unquote, but we don't necessarily see the journey, right? So that can be kind of deceptive for people who are not aware of the process. There's a process with any and everything, okay? Some may be longer than others, but there is a process, right? So for those of you who have been going through your transformation, but you've been dealing with debts in your life. So that can be debt as far as like, and I'm saying death, DATH. Debt as far as like relationships, as far as like interests, as far as like even money, as far as desires, like you may have wanted to pursue certain educational endeavors, or you may have wanted to pursue a certain career, but as you have been discovering who you truly are through much deep work, you're discovering that, wait, I don't really like this, or I'm not really interested in this, or I don't want to really do that anymore, or this relationship doesn't serve me anymore. So these are all quote unquote debts that I'm talking about that you experience. And some debts are easier to get over than others. Debts that deals with long-term relationships or things that you never thought that you would be doing away with, but again, because of your transformation, you just have to let it go, right? Those, the journey or the restoration from those breakups or debts tend to be a little bit longer than usual, because there was so much invested in those types of situations. But with that being said, nothing is impossible without God. And I believe when you truly want to pursue purpose and your calling, nothing can stop you, right? And you may find that you're able to overcome traditionally what may take someone a longer time to overcome. You'll be able to do it at an accelerated rate because you have shown yourself to be someone who, above all else, love God, right? And you desire what He has for you more than anything. So that's another topic. But in the process, or during your process of transformation, right, many of you have dealt with insecurities, anxiety, doubt, and belief systems rooted in fear. So you showed up in the world in a way that people, and this is why your relationships tend to end, is because people had a perception of you that made them either comfortable, that suited their lifestyle, that made them just tolerate you, right? Or whatever, or love you, right? But now that you're coming into a divine confidence and a divine awareness where you're valuing your individuality, where you're valuing your alone time, where you're valuing, just who you are, your uniqueness, your peculiarities, you'll find that these new belief systems that you're now possessing and embodying, they're going to offend people who once saw you a certain way or have accepted you to be a certain way. And as we know, you learn, if you haven't already, that you can't let that bother you, right? There's people who feel like because you look a certain way or because you have a certain skin color that you can't show up in the world a certain way, or you can't pursue certain careers if you're a certain gender, or you can't, do this or you can't do that. And all of this is just oppression and control that the enemy has used to oppress God's people and to ultimately dim the light of His creation, who were created to flourish and prosper and to represent His divine ability, God's divine ability to create, right? When we look at a garden with different variations of plants and flowers and trees, we see the variety that God loves. Variety. God loves distinction. God loves things that will set His creation apart in His order, right? According to His will, right? So when you have culture trying to put people in a box and trying to control people, so that everyone is doing the same thing, eating the same thing, wearing the same thing, dancing the same way, and they have no individuality, they're oppressing their God-given nature. And in many aspects, that is a Goliath. Those are Goliaths that the enemy has built in the lives of people's minds, and sometimes in the flesh, right? That you have to slay. And so I just wanted to encourage you, because I'm back at the house. I just wanted to encourage you and to let you know, growth is uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable, but God will give you the strength and the determination, because once you taste it and see that the Lord is good, there's really nothing that you want more than to please Him and to have what He has for you. So with that being said, stay strong, stay determined, stay being you, take care of yourself. Put God in everything that you do, and all will be well. Don't forget to check out clglifestyle.com, subscribe to the platform, and stay connected. I will talk to you guys soon.